Today we are collecting mullein. My mullein plant is starting to die back. So today we are collecting seeds from the largest stalk in the middle. This mullein plant is on its second year, so it will not come back next year. But we would like to see more of them. After collecting the seed, I walk around the whole plant picking all of the healthier looking leaves that I can find. I am not going to harvest the whole plant and the root at this time because I'm just interested in the leaves to make tea with. To be honest, I worked at a health food store for 9 years, and the only way I saw mullein was to package it in smaller packages for the customer to make tea with at home. Now back in the kitchen, I have started to collect some tomatoes. I do normally grow smaller tomatoes. You usually get a lot more of them and they fit in my food mill without me having to do a lot of extra cutting and such. So I have started collecting them because it's just rain after rain here in Kentucky and my little tomatoes are starting to split. So I'm going to get them cleaned up and put in a baggie, and we're going to freeze those as I collect them until I have enough to make tomato sauce with. If you notice, a lot of the tomatoes are the smaller yellow pear tomatoes. They are my favorite. They really do make one of the best spaghetti sauces. And your yellow tomatoes are lower in acid, so you don't necessarily get indigestion as bad from them if that's a problem you have with red sauces. Try a yellow tomato. They just don't treat your indigestion and your stomach the same. I am going to pick through them. There are a couple bad, and some that I just picked today are not ready to go into the freezer yet because they're just not ripe enough. So we're going to let them sit on the counter or in the window sill. This one has split, and that's what a lot of my yellow ones look like. So the biggest problem is they will start to mold a lot faster, and so that's why we're washing them up and getting them in the freezer. Always make sure to get all the air out of your bag before placing it into the freezer. Air is our enemy. Now we're going to wash off our mullein and make sure there's no grass or bugs or anything in it. I did have to pick out a little bit of grass just because of mowing. So I know mullein is soft to the touch, but you may want to see how your skin reacts to it. A lot of people need to wear gloves if maybe they have a little more sensitive skin than I do or than you might. Mullein is great for the respiratory system. It got really popular during COVID. We had a hard time keeping it in at the health food store. It is also an anti-inflammatory and great for the immune system. I am putting the mullein through a salad spinner just to make sure that we're getting any unnecessary water droplets off of it, just to help the dehydrator do its job a little better. I do end up switching the camera angle a little bit. It is a beautiful day here in central Kentucky today. It is 75 and we are only at about 77% humidity. There we go. That's better. The glare was pretty bad. When using the dehydrator, it really doesn't matter if the leaves overlap each other a little bit. It doesn't hurt anything. They still dry just fine. Now, the mullein will stay in the dehydrator around 8 to 10 hours. When you take off the lid and you pinch it and it's real crumbledy, you're good to go. If it doesn't crumble, it needs to stay in the dehydrator a little longer. This is mullein that I dried from this same plant when it was young earlier in the spring. See how crumbledy it is? It just breaks right apart, and that's what you want because we don't want mold to occur. Now, I am actually going to make a little tea with our mullein. I'll put a link down in the description if you like this little teapot. I absolutely love it, and I ordered one off of Amazon. They're not expensive, and they're just beautiful. I did let the mullein sit in hot water about 5 minutes. And we're using a teaspoon of fresh honey. Now, if you notice from the teapot, the mullein tea does not have much color. It had a teensy bit, but it's really hard to see on camera. But you could definitely taste it. It was delicious. It was very mild, and I did not think it tasted like grass because I totally expected it to taste like grass. So, pinkies up. And yep, it was good. So thank you guys for helping me with my mullein today. Everybody have a wonderful weekend, and I hope to see you on the next one.